Tonight's coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New York Giants and the Cleveland Browns. Cade York set to do the honors here, and we are underway from Cleveland. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Pass caught. It's Galladay on the out route. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there hustling in quickly to make the play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Jones, a quick throw out wide for Galladay. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And I don't think he got there, no. Just short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll try and throw for it here. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you can almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
Tackled by Jordan Elliott.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Touchdown, Giants! Oh, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now Watson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. He's going to take another shot here. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And trouble trying the middle here. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Watson. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, Watson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They will indeed snap it to Watson, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold it for just a yard.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing, Jones. Out route pass complete to Bellinger. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They're still about 3 yards shy of the 1st as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Jones. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. Waiting on it will be Richie James. That's taken on the 25. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go to Barkley again, down to about the 37. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. And that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And he's got this down to the 35. 54 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. First and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on first down, there's no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Second down, here's Chubb again. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 108 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a toss right to Barkley. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Again, it's Barkley. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
Brian Dable dialing up a play call here as they will go for 2. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. 3 quarters have come and gone. Gano out to kick this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, 84 yards. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by York is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, step back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Going right back to Galladay. Touchdown, Giants. Kenny Galladay on the touchdown throw from Daniel Jones. And the Giants have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here this fourth quarter. Gano the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Yo, what you say, yo?
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Come on, that's all.
In this position, trying to get back into the game.
Come on,
teams
bro.
are looking for a spot
Really,
from their
bro?
special teams.
If you say
that's
that,
not what they got, though. They got a setback.
You know what I mean?
They have a long
Nobody's
field to
supposed to
cover.
score this
They
game,
want to
bro.
try and put points on the board.
Now a
Nigga, I was
desperation
shutting
throw
down.
deep downfield. And this is dropped.
2 for 10, my
It's
nigga.
incomplete.
Come on,
He
bro.
had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it
What
in.
you mean, run the
When
ball?
you're
I
getting into
wasn't
the
having
final quarter,
success
your radar
running
has
that
to
first.
be up for any
Keep it
potential
real. I
deep
was
shots.
passing first.
And probably not the last
Oh
one they're
my
going to see
God,
in
bro.
this game. Not as long as they
Flip
hold
the
this
game,
lead.
bro. Flip the game.
Watson.
No, I tried to. You was shutting it down, my
And he'll be
nigga.
hit as he
They clipped the
releases
game.
it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Nigga, I was, of course I was running.
Back-to-back incompletions,
Are you
but we
saying
know
was
this
I
is
running?
definitely four-down
Or are you saying
territory.
was it being
Time's
successful?
not on their side.
'Cause it
I don't
wasn't.
think they want to try and get
Let's
the
be
first
real,
down in 2
my nigga.
installments. I think they got
Let's
to
be
go
real,
and get
my
it
nigga.
right here,
Because it
right
wasn't being
now.
successful. And it ain't started being successful until I got
On
up.
third down,
Shut
it's
him-
Nick Chubb.
Shut him down.
They
Go
had
first,
brought
go
down,
first.
but not before they're
Get the
able to
fuck
get it
out.
up to the 25.
That's how you score. Keep it real. I'm trying to be cute.
Here's
Look,
Watson.
I'm out of that, though. I'm out of that. Look. Look.
He's got
How the
it
fuck?
complete.
The last situation.
And he has a
I
big
ain't never
gain
did that.
inside the 40 before
How that
being
last
dropped.
situation,
The
I
Giants
picked
going
the
to go ahead and
defense,
use
they
the
just let
first
you
of
get
their
over it. Type
timeouts.
shit.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining.
We're gonna
We'll
run
be
the
back
same
after
shit,
this.
my nigga.
So here's a
We ain't
1st and
manipulate
10
nothing.
at the
Keep it
38.
real. Just keep it real, my nigga. Be real with
Now
yourself.
Watson.
Big part. There you go.
They'll roll him
There you
out
go.
right. He's going to look in zone here for Cooper. And this
That
is
defense, though.
incomplete.
You ain't never see these
Oh,
Giants
he
look
had
like
6
this, nigga.
points right in his hands,
Keep it a
but could
bean
not
bag.
hang on. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Look, we in
To
it.
throw,
Get in there. Make
Watson.
him throw that shit quicker. Give me that shit. Put it. Whoa!
Inside the 5.
Who is this nigga?
And he takes this one into
Look,
the
that's
end
what you
zone,
do.
and
Now
all
you
of a
just
sudden,
throw it up and
in
hope.
the
You know
final,
what I mean?
things get a
You
little
throwing
bit
it up,
tighter.
hoping niggas grab it. I'm setting shit up. Feel me?
Extra point by York is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
You said I had 2 people. What? So my
York's
offense
ready.
wasn't
Here
better
we
than
go
your
as he
offense, my
sends
nigga?
this one
Keep
away.
it. Why y'all niggas be weird, bro? Like, come on. Y'all don't get no
Fields this
credit.
way up at the 17.
I don't care. I don't either. I don't either. I play Call of
And he's up
Duty.
across
I
the
got all my
25
camos
and
on my
down at
guns.
the
I don't
28.
either. To be real with you, I don't either. So that ain't no excuse. I don't want to hear that. You should have jumped on the mic. You
Giants
wasn't
offense
saying.
at the
So why
line,
you
ready to
complaining
begin
though?
their
Why you
next
jump on
drive.
the mic talking
And
shit?
3 timeouts
Come on,
remaining
bro,
here
shut up.
defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
Nothing,
If
bro.
they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got plenty to
So
catch.
much.
Tell
How's
you
it
what, he's
going?
been
'Cause
able
I
to
got
put the ball in some tight
Saquon
spots
Barkley
all
is my
game
only
long.
star.
That throw, no
What are you
different.
talking
Yeah, a lot
about?
of people call
You'll
it
be
gutsy type
that's
of
like
football.
having Jordan and not using him.
I can
What
do
you
it.
mean?
So it's not that big
Think
of a
about
deal
that.
for me. I'm gonna keep
Let that
fighting.
sit on your brain.
The Giants going to burn their
You ain't
3rd
gonna
and
bitch
final
fucking. You ain't
timeout.
gonna bitch.
It'll be their 3rd
Your
and
best
final
player,
timeout,
who'll
so
do
as they
it?
talk
Name
things
somebody
over,
that'll do
we'll
it.
step aside.
What you
They've
talking
called his
about?
number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how
You
much
want me
tread
to
is
sit
left
here
on those
and not
tires.
use my
We
best
certainly
player?
do, but I always think back to one of my favorite
So what are you
coaches in the
saying though?
NFL.
That's
I
like
used
me
to have a
saying
meeting
you
with
throwing
the
it to
running
that
backs
tight end.
every
That's
year
your
in the
right.
offseason
But
and say,
I
look,
gotta respect
as
whoever
many
you
times
doing
as
it.
you're going to
I
carry
gotta
the ball,
respect it. That's
you should be able
they
to
going
carry
up and
it
getting
one
it.
more
Look,
time. So make sure you get in
get
shape.
money. Look,
Got a man, that's Richie
Look.
James.
I ain't say nothing
And
about
he's
all
across
them
for the
computer,
late
all them
touchdown.
computer tackles. I
And in
was
the
scoring.
final seconds,
Let the computer
that one
tackle.
should
I ain't
just
say nothing
about
about
put a
that.
capper on this
It's
game.
corny, bro, you switched
That's a
off.
pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they maybe given up momentum.
And me on
Not
the
so
open
fast.
field. You
No,
switched
not
off
at all,
a couple
because they end up
times.
pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting.
If you would've stayed
Instead,
on
they
him, I
grabbed
would've
old
scored.
Mo,
You can't-
didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Listen, bro, you ain't about to make this no joke. Y'all
Gano
niggas sound
now,
like
following the
Wise.
touchdown
Y'all
here to
niggas
kick
sound
it
like
away.
Wise person, bro. You ain't playing. You used
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
All right, right on, bro. Y'all niggas always talking shit. I shouldn't even. Yo, you know what? I apologize because I sound
The
real
Browns
ignorant.
drive
I ain't
about to
trying
get
come off
started.
ignorant. I'm just trying to
Well, this is
make
just
sure
an exercise in
I'm popping shit
futility.
on
Do
here,
you
bro.
even
I'm
bother
about to
running a
sack.
play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
He's got a man, complete.
If it did, you wouldn't say
He's at
that.
the 30, 10, And a little bit
if
of a
it didn't mean nothing to
consolation
you,
prize there. He's into the end zone.
I wouldn't have looked up and saw the mic pop.
But they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players
Hold on,
are
what?
really
Who's
happy
going to
with
be
that
having
score.
fun winning?
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never.
You
But in this
fucking liar.
case,
The second half.
Oh, he threw it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Now what? Shut up.
And it's incomplete. It was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome.